Hi, Corina Brouder, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So here we are in New York. Our first ever interview in New York, actually.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome.
I'm very lucky it's you, thank you very much. So yeah, what have you been up to recently?
I recently just got back from Malta. I was over there working with, she's half Maltese, half English, artist named Sophie. And they sent me one of her songs, Giles from Through the Mill in England.
Yeah.
He sent me over one of her songs and he said, would you be interested? And I said, absolutely. And he told me she's 17. I was like, oh, are you crazy? This girl's amazing. And I went over there and met her and her family. They were wonderful. I stayed in their place and we recorded for a week. And hopefully in September we'll have an album coming out. So.
Superb. Any you let us know what sort of style of music or any song titles?
A couple of the songs, I don't really want to say yet because I don't know. We don't really know. A couple of the songs are John Barry songs, the composer, because I had worked with him years ago, and Giles is a big fan. I'm a big fan, so we're going to redo some songs that I had worked on with him, and then we're going to just have some Sophie's and maybe some of my own. So it'll be a little bit of a mix.
Right.
I don't know what genre it is yet.
Yeah. No, it sounds like
adult
a very
contemporary.
Interesting combination. But how did the John Barry thing come about in the first place then?
Actually, I was saying to you earlier, we recorded maybe 10 blocks down there years ago. My father was installing his kitchen out in Sag Harbor in Long Island, and he got chit-chatting with them, and he said, hey, I have a daughter that sings, and he said, yeah, whatever, give me a tape. And my dad gave him the tape, and he came out, and he was crying. He said, oh my God, it's beautiful. I want to use your daughter on something. And he had this movie, Swept from the Sea, coming out, and he had me sing on it. Yeah, so that's how I met him and got to record. He was amazing. Was that before or after the American Idol experience? No, that was long before, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
So how did that all come about then?
The America's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Oh God, America's Got Talent, they had an audition in the paper and I went down with my harp thinking they were going to laugh me out of the place. And they liked it. They called me a month later and I headed out to California and they brought me back a couple of times. Maybe somebody up there was looking out for me.
So it was With or Without You by you too?
Yeah, With or Without You. They thought it was different because I was doing kind of rock music on the harp, which you don't usually expect. And then when I went to perform on TV, they didn't get the okay in time, so I had to do Knockin' on Heaven's Door. Bob Dylan okayed it, which was cool.
Fantastic.
Himself. And then I did a Sarah McLachlan song, which was cool too.
Great stuff. Is it quite an overwhelming experience being on a show like that?
Well, not when you're sitting backstage for 16 hours. But it was when you're on stage for your 10 seconds and the judges are there. It's very nerve-wracking. And, you know, it was amazing. Because all the people that we met I'm still good friends with. We played at their weddings and, you know, it's been a good time. So.
What, the contestant-wise?
Yeah, the contestants.
David Hasselhoff obviously sang your praises as well.
He did, and I became good friends with him. I recorded on one of his albums that's coming out there now. And I played in California and Austria and Vegas with him, so you know, a lot of good has come out of this reality show.
Superb. Would you advise other people to go along the same route?
Absolutely, especially if you're over 25. People think, oh, you know, I gotta give up, and I don't think so, because those shows, you know, some people think they're corny. I was one of them, but it's the only avenue really that you can be seen and heard by lots of people. So I would definitely encourage people to go, because you never know. I didn't go out there expecting to win. I just thought, hey, I might get a bit of exposure, I might get some gigs out of it, whatever, and I did. I got loads out of it, so get to meet you guys.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a bonus plus as well. What do they think of Simon Cowell then in the US?
I think he's great. I mean, he tells it like it is, so I like it. But, you know, some people think he's a jerk because he's nasty and says nasty things, but generally most people respect him because that's kind of the American attitude, you know? Tell it like it is. Yeah,
no, it's true.
Don't beat around the bush.
And so in your sort of immediate future then, what would you like to happen? Is there anybody that you'd like to sort of sing with that, you know, maybe a collaboration that you would, in your wish list, as it were?
My wish list would be to sing with Bono, obviously.
Yeah?
He would be my number one, because I do all of his songs. If you're listening.
Why not?
But I've got to work with a lot of amazing people, so I've been very fortunate, but he would definitely be my number one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Superb. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Music News watchers?
I hope that you enjoy this. And all his other amazing acts that he's got to record this past week in New York, in the United States, sorry.
Great stuff.
Thank you.
And that's it really. When do we know any sort of release dates? Any
I don't. All I know is I said earlier that the album will be out in September. What I meant is I'm going back to Malta in September, so it probably won't be out till the following year because Sophie's album comes out, I think, at the end of this year.
Okay.
So it's kind of a hurry up and wait, like the music business, but you know, better be waiting on something than nothing.
Superb. Corina, pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.